Happier, happier. All righty, kids. Good morning. How's everybody? Again, we got two guys. It's only two of us. You know, I don't count. You know, it's. Do me a favor. When you go to the meetings at the other three offices, don't ask the question, but observe. What's the ratio of female agents to male agents in each of the three offices? I'm just wondering. Here it's like it's me, Jorge, and Alex every week. That's about it. You know, it's crazy.
So,
you know,
Green Valley's probably 70-30 female to men.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like 97-3. You know.
Yeah.
If you have a female broker, then maybe more men.
Maybe. Yeah.
Here you go, baby. Here you go. Come on. It's yours. You can. This isn't that hard. We can make this work. We can really make this work. You know. All right. Mark, so Jeff's just.
Oh, no, I'm
wondering
sorry,
if you had to take a guess.
In Jeff's office, it's probably, I think.
I mean, we should know this.
It could be probably 50-50.
50-50, right? Yeah.
I'd say 50-50 in his office, and then
Mark's
office. I feel like there's more men.
More men? Really? Wow, it's weird here. We just, I don't know.
Oh,
well. All right. I don't know. Don't get crazy here now. I don't know about that here. All right, gang. We'll get to this good-looking guy in a minute. And anyone know who this guy is over the years? I know some of you have been doing this a long time, but most of you are relatively new. But we'll tell you about Paul in a minute. That's a little bit more stuff about Paul. Just some office reminders, just especially for the newer agents. Read this when you can about the computers, and if you're going into a conference room, don't leave and have it look like a bomb hit it, if you know what I mean. Chairs are scattered everywhere, and you left 4 cups of coffee on the conference room.
Clean up after yourself. Your mother doesn't work.
You would think here, but I mean, again, I'm preaching to the choir. It doesn't apply to any of you. Okay, so if you see one of our agents leave some crap behind, come see me. Don't worry. I won't tell them you knocked them out or ratted them out here, but we don't want, the office, I think you'll agree, is pretty nice. And we want to keep it this way, okay? So that's that. Some numbers real quick. I don't know, guys. I mean, the numbers we've been at 10,000 homes total and 7,000 single family active for a while, a long time. I mean, not years, but a long time, okay? I'm glad that, these numbers are still good, the median and the average, okay? I don't have June up here, but June was 18% better this June compared to last June, just so you know, in the company, okay, as far as closings go. So we had a pretty good June, okay?
That's a mistake. July 30th, 23rd. Today just 16.
Huh?
July 23rd, 2026. How it can be?
What is today? Oh, I'm a week ahead. I'm forecasting the future here, okay? You didn't know that? You didn't know that? Exactly. That's right, These California agents, that don't miss a trick here, No, but that's whose fault that is, don't you? Whose fault is this? No, I'm kidding. It's not. It's me. Dude, you show up and it goes to hell here, So, but that's July of last year, so it gives you an idea of where we are this month so far. So we've sold 1,000 homes so far this July, halfway through. Last year we sold 2,600 total. So we're at 1,000 today, 26 total last year, so we're a little bit behind from July of 25. What are we doing here, Tim? Okay, you guys get this video from LVR. I think it just came yesterday. It's only a minute. Please watch it. Really? I mean, it's only a minute, okay? But it'll have some bullet points that you're going to use, hopefully, when you talk to your clients. If I do it right without messing it up.
Welcome to the June 2026 edition of the Monthly Housing Market Update, presented by the Las Vegas Realtors Multiple Listing Service. Buying activity surged in May from a year ago. Single-family closings totaled 2,302, an 18% jump, and more than 58% sold in less than 30 days. The median price remained flat from last month at $490,000, but grew 1% from last year. Active inventory stood at over 7,100 units, even though effective availability declined to 3.1 months. Condo and townhome closings inched up to 521, while the median sales price fell slightly to $292,000. Inventory grew nearly 5%, pushing effective availability up to 5.2 months. Resurgent demand and stable pricing are encouraging signs for home sellers. In the last month, mortgage and home pricing didn't dissuade buyers as the current environment is likely to stay. We look forward to delivering the most comprehensive and timely market update for you next month. Brought to you by the LVR MLS, your invaluable source.
Is that an AI voice, you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. No doubt about that, right? Hey, this is a cool thing I just got from, remember our friend Stephen Thomas, the tall guy from California, the economist? He sends this to me. And I've been always kind of wanting to do this, but it's kind of time consuming. So he did it, which is kind of nice. That's how many homes are active, single family, condo, townhome, total in each price category. So if you're a nerd like I am and you love this stuff, you're in heaven. You know, how many single homes are on the market between 400,000 and 500,000? It's right, that's the answer. So for those of you that like this nerdy stuff, Steve's real good at it, okay? So that gives you an idea. Just like you would do a search in MLS and find out there's, 500 homes in Summerlin for sale, but your buyer wants a one-story with a pool, for $450. How many of those are there? Zero. There's none. There's zero. So these kind of things kind of come in handy. Congrats to Michelle and to Angie. I think, is Angie here? There she is. Very nice. Got a girl, best new agent. All these guys made a lot of money last month, the $1 Million Club. So you want to borrow some money, go see our fellow agents here. Okay, here's the top 25. That's our top teams: Darren, Damon, Micah, and Mariella, Anna Mary, and of course Mary. They all had a great month. We have favorite home warranty folks, right? How many? We have 3 of them, right? 3 home warranty companies. You know who our favorite is? Today? It's none other than State Your Brain, everybody. There she is. Woo-hoo-hoo.
It's nice to be liked every now.
Yeah, I don't want Lisa and and, Nora coming after me here.
She's out of town, so
Oh, are they?
she's streaming it. She's
Okay.
She's not gonna know.
Excellent. I like it.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today, you are going to be the recipients of some great knowledge. That'll be brief, but kind of brief. I wanted to talk to you. So, all home warranties have different plans, levels of coverage. We have silver, and then we build on it with the gold, and then we build on the gold with platinum. And so, I want to talk to you why having a platinum or negotiating into your contract or discussing that price, which is for single family homes, $835 if it's under 5,000 square feet. And for condos, townhomes, manufactured homes, it's $785. It's such a fantastic investment. It's going to reduce your client's costs so much from an out-of-pocket expense. I'm talking about probably the 2 biggest cost repairs or replacements you have in the house, which would be your hot water heater or your HVAC. So the Platinum has an additional coverage to cover modifications. So home warranties cover systems. It covers equipment. Permits aren't equipment. Modifications aren't equipment. Cranes aren't the equipment. Hauling it away is not. So by having a plan that builds on those things that are not equipment, you're reducing what they might have to pay out of pocket for repairs or replacements. So I go hot water heater, a 40-gallon gas hot water heater. You can drive by, there's a place on, when you're driving down Jones before you get on the 95, and it says, water heaters installed for $1,500. But then in the small print it says, permits and modifications extra. Well, you have to have the permits and you have to have the modifications in order for it to actually work and be, legal legal in the home to run and safe. So a 40-gallon gas water heater can range in price from $700 to $1,300, depending on like the configuration of it, the brand, what have you. But then you're looking at permits. Permits in Clark County depending on the city, can range from $75 to $150 to pull that permit so it's legally installed. Then you have to look at modifications. The modification is going to be hot and cold water lines, gas lines. Those are not the water heater equipment. Those are going to cost between $400 and $600 because it's not just the price of those parts, but the labor of them installing it. So as this all adds up, your average price for a water heater installation, 40-gallon gas, is around $2,500 to $3,000. And if you have a platinum plan, we're covering up to $250 for permits. We're covering $250 for code upgrades, which is going to be, most homes, unless they're purchased in cash, already have the earthquake straps on it, but it's a code that they have to have earthquake straps. And now they also have to have the pan underneath it. And so those are code. Then you have to have modifications, those hot and cold gas water lines. You have to have a temperature and pressure valve that aligns properly and feeds out of that pan you've added. You might have to move the venting a little bit because I'm certain that they're in cahoots with manufacturers and they never quite line up. And so although those are not the equipment, you still need it to be done in order for it to work. And so we are covering those things in our platinum plan, so your client doesn't end up having $1,000 or $600 out of pocket for that. And the same goes for an AC system. We're covering up to $1,000 in modifications, which might be making the concrete platform that it sits on stable. It might be reinforcing something in the trusses because it's a roof-mounted system. Those are things that are not the physical equipment, but they have to be there in order for them to install them correctly. So in order to, at the end of the day, when you're referring clients to their 3 choices, I would love to have those conversations with your client. You don't have to have it. I'm telling you now, but you don't have to remember this. I know this. Let me talk to your clients. That way, when they're choosing, they're making the most informed decision to save them the most money at the end of the day, because it's not if something will break, it's when. And the last thing you need is, you told me to get this home warranty because it covers everything. Home warranties don't cover everything. But let me be the keeper of that information to share with them, so it takes your liability off. But when they do have a repair or replacement, you look like the rock star because they paid their $100 trade call fee and had zero or very minimal out of pocket. So if you aren't working with someone that you like, trust, or have confidence in, love the opportunity to sit down, see if I'm a good addition to your team, and I'd love your referrals.
Stacia, everybody. Hey, and again, Stacia brings home a point that we talk about all the time. So your client is going to sign, and it's a single guy, and he gets an email from title, and asks you, Tim, is it I'm getting married, so do I sign joint tenants, or isn't there some joint tenants with something of survivorship, or you know where I'm going with this? Well, what are you going to do when they ask you that question? Call Shane. Call Sarah. Same thing. The point with Stacia was that if there's questions about the home warranty, don't try to answer them too much. Stay in your lane, okay? Just like if it's a mortgage question, okay, or a 1031 question, you're gonna stay in your lane and refer to them, so you're kind of covered. If you get my point there, I guess, okay. All right, guys, let's flip away here. That's more information on Paul. We used to do a mid-year awards, physical awards, sort of like the SBs that are going on now. If you're a sports person, the SBs are, is it tonight or was it last night? It was last night, yeah. There you go. So this is our version of the SBs, but these agents and teams are on track to win the awards at the end of the year. So just give you an idea, these agents are so far so good, they're doing great. And if what's the old sports thing? If the season ended today, you'd be in first place. If the season ended today, these are the agents and teams that would be qualified to win some awards with us. These are some of the agents. Again, it amazes me that have been here forever. Hector, 18 years, Adam, 11, Lorena Peterson, 20 years. I asked her the other day when she started. She goes, Tim, I have no idea. I forgot. It was that long ago. Okay. We're trying to figure out who's the agent that really has been with us the longest, straight through from the time we opened up on Buffalo. Some say Conrad, some said Lorena, some said Patrick, some said Donna Rizzori, if you know who Donna Rizzori is, which most of you don't, because she's kind of semi-retired, but she's been here since the beginning. So we're curious, but Lorena's been here 20 years. Jackie Simmons is 19, so it's amazing the longevity that a lot of agents have with us. It really is. If you have a birthday this month, happy birthday. Those are some agents that we've hired recently in June and July. You want to do this now, or do you want to, yes, talk about the One Cares now? Okay.
So we don't have my other screen on there with my hours and all of that stuff, but you guys know that, so I wanted to, but also remind you that I'm here if you need me, but please don't call and hang up, because if I get a missed call, I'm not calling you back, unless you leave a message. I don't know if it was an accidental dial, but last night at 10:30, I had to check to see if somebody in my family had called me, and I was like, look at I had 3 agents that called and hung up yesterday. I hope you guys don't need anything, but I'm not calling you back unless you leave me a message. And it can be a quick text message, it can be a voice message, please call me. I don't care, but unless you leave me a message, I'm not calling back. So I just want to remind you, I'm not trying to be rude. Also on my personal Facebook page, I don't use it too often, but I get a lot of you requesting to, to join or friend me or whatever. Don't take offense to that. I've been here for 3 years as sales manager, 17 as an agent. But I very rarely even monitor that, so don't be offended if I don't accept your request. I do have a separate sales manager page that I am trying to grow, so go ahead and friend me on that, Realty One Sales Manager. I will be happy to accept that one. But what I wanted to talk about today is we have a division called One Cares, and it's giving back, and we have included that in there. What I'm trying to do is you can give back for every paycheck that you pick up. You can actually, before we cut that check, donate $1 for us to plant a tree. So when you're filling out your CDA form, and I think Susan, you included the CDA. No, I thought I did. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was, yeah, I deleted it. My bad.
Okay, well,
Hey,
anyway.
see, I fess up to my mistakes here, okay, you know?
On your CDA, line number 5, it says Realty One Group 401k One Cares, and you just add $1. So every time you're filling this out, every dollar will plant a tree. We're trying to give back as we do with all of our nonprofits and all the time that we do, we give back to the community. You can give $1 every time you pick up a check. So please do that. You'll see this. We're gonna probably, if you pick up a physical check, we're probably gonna attach it to there, so your next one. When you're doing the CDA, we might, hey, do you wanna give $1? It's just something that I'm very passionate about, giving back to the community, giving back to the environment. So I just wanted to remind you guys, there's a QR code there. You can always just give $5 or $10 if you want at any time, but it's easy to do when you're doing a paycheck. So if you guys just keep that in mind when you're filling out your CDA forms. But
I'm walking my dog a lot in all the parks, and a lot of schools give trees, and then there's a little badge on it, like whatever school. Do we put a little real one?
we don't. I don't even know where they plant the trees.
Yeah, we need to find that out. I'm curious too. Yeah.
Something that they give it to. Yeah, they do something to it. I'm gonna get more information, but this has been around for a while, and I noticed nobody is really participating in it because we don't always hear about it. So I just wanted to bring it to light again. So if you guys are willing to give $1 for every check that you make, that would be really awesome. So
Nice, good stuff. Thanks, Wayne. A couple of things real quick. I'm glad Sarah's here and Paul, because we have a couple of LVR things. And I know you guys love when I talk about LVR, right? You're excited, you're thrilled, you run to your phone to open up those emails from LVR, like with bated breath here. But the bowling event is coming up. It's not until September, okay? And I'm going to maybe get 3 or 4 teams. We'll pay for it. Just need you to show up and bowl. I'm not asking you a lot, okay? It's 9 o'clock. Yeah. So, but Sarah's been to many of these. Paul's been to many of these. If you want to see realtors drunk at 10:30 in the morning, this is where you want to be.
Has anybody in here ever participated? It's a really good time, you guys. It's a cool industry event.
It is.
It is a good time, and they've changed things up. We didn't do the golf tournament this year. We did pickleball, and that actually was I thought. Were you there, Paul? No, you weren't there.
No.
And it was actually awesome. I mean, it was good, and they're trying to mix it up a little bit. And so
Yeah.
I think this year is going to be.
Not everybody golfs, but a lot more people are
Correct.
participating in pickleball.
Right.
Carol.
Right. Right. And the only thing I'd like to do with this, as we talk to our LVR board of directors, maybe not have it at Sunset Station every year. You know, like maybe in the middle of town. You know, Gold Coast, something like that. It's been down at Sunset for as long as I can remember. And for those of us that live Northwest, that's a little bit of a hike, you know. But other than that, it's a lot of fun.
Paul brings his own ball, so you gotta watch out.
Oh yeah, so it gets scary. Yeah, it gets scary. It gets scary. And I don't know what they're doing this year, but it's 3 games, and I think one game is normal. I think another game you could put up the gizmos, the bubbers if you want to have fun, you know. And I think one year they had it if you got 7 or 8 or more pins on your first ball, it was an automatic strike. That year I bowled a 300. Swear to God. I mean, I didn't bowl a 300, but I hit the head pin, I guess, and more than 7 fell, and they counted as a strike. It's a lot of fun. But we'll talk more about this. Hey, you might win $500. LVR sent out the survey. They've been beating us over the head with it for the last couple of weeks. Take you a couple of minutes to fill it out. Someone's got to win it. Might as well be one of you. Okay, statistically, one of us should win it. We have more agents than everybody else. So what the heck? You might win the $500 for the member survey. I got to give them credit. We have a new CEO. I think they're kind of cleaning house down there without not really knowing everything that's going on down there like I used to know. But so far, so good. I think I'm hearing good things about the new CEO, so we'll see. John's not here. He's at Mark's office today. Epic Wind Down Wednesdays. So again, if you guys are any Wednesday you want to hop to one of the offices, including ours, a lot of beer, a lot of booze, a lot of whiskey, a lot of food, kind of a fun event for all of you to kind of network together. This is a great idea Suze came up with a while ago. Every Friday we're going to have a little ice making thing out there. Last Friday I think I had 7 of them. Swear to God, it's unbelievable. I'm just crushing the ice and throwing the blue raspberry on it, and you know my things are blue. It was a mess. But when it's 110, you know, pretty good stuff. If you have kids, bring your kids in. They'll get a kick out of it. So that's every Friday during the summer. Some other stuff. One prime time with Ark and Jason. Try to jump on these calls, gang, on Wednesdays. It's just good information about corporate. Okay, I mean, there's 500 Realty One groups. Other than 12. They're all franchises, okay? But that doesn't really affect us or you guys, okay? But there's a lot of things they're doing in our back office with the CRM, with the creative studio that you guys need to know and you should take advantage of. And this is a class that's coming up at the end of the month. Michelle and Paige from corporate are doing it on the One Design and One Suite. So we're trying to get them to do these classes live on Zoom, you know, every quarter to try to get you guys to use some of the tools, okay? And these tools are really good if you use them, okay? But I know a lot of us don't. A lot of you don't, for whatever that reason might be, okay? Another CE class by Rock. Laura's going to be doing this later in the month at Rock Title. It's not here. It's at Rock Title, so if you need some free CE. This is a big one, guys. I've been talking about this for weeks, too. This is the MLS Tech Forum once a year at the Orleans. If you don't know who Jared James is, Google him. Really, really sharp industry. What is he? An industry what? Speaker, I guess. Okay. Big on Instagram. I get 4 Instagram alerts from him a day. God, I don't know what he does all day, but he has all these alerts. Any of you been to this before? I know some of you have. Okay, but if you haven't, I really, really encourage you to go. It's $40, but you get a lot of food. You get lunch. I think you get breakfast. There's an ice cream thing that goes on, and all the vendors, 50 or 75 of them, usually give away a really nice gift, like a $50 or $100 gift basket or gas cards for $100. And you'll get to learn a lot about what we do with MLS. Century Lock will have a booth. CoreLogic will have a booth. All of our vendors at OVR will be at this event, okay?
We'll have a table, come see us.
Oh, good. You can have a table too, right? Gotcha. There you go. Exactly. Okay. Another free class. Sarah, thank you much.
Sign up, you guys.
We all,
It's awesome.
we all know Lee. Lee's famous for his 1 hour, 1 credit lunch and learns, okay? So, but they're always good topics. And this is going to be basically on probate. If you're a mentee, that's the training coming up for the next 5 weeks or so. I'll be doing a Zoom onboarding the first Wednesday of August. So if you're new, I think all of you have been through it already, you know, the Zoom onboarding. But if you want to jump on it, you can. That's the free training. Our goal here is you never spend any money on CE. Let us pay for it, okay? So whether it's a free instructor that's coming by like Lee Dreisen or if you go down to Key, everything down to Key is free if you set up an account with them, okay? Pretty simple stuff. To make your life so much easier, these are the phone numbers down at LVR, okay? You should have them memorized. 784-5050 is MLS, okay? So instead of asking Suzanne, what's the phone number for Century Lock? Which you all do, you know. Sometimes I was guilty of that too. I'm not going to lie to you, but we make it a little bit easier for you here, okay? John is down at Mark's office, okay? He just wanted to remind me that next week he's doing the disc profile here in the office. Has everyone done a disc profile of themselves? You really should. I can imagine.
He does, and he does a really, really good job.
It's a lot of fun.
It's interactive, and he puts people in different spots by asking questions, and when it gets to the downpour, you're like, that is you.
Yeah, because you might go in there thinking you're a certain letter, and maybe you're not. You'd be surprised, okay? But it's, and also what's good about it, if you really study it a little bit, you can maybe learn what your client is. And you can use that to your advantage when you're speaking with that client, okay? Okay, if your client is an engineer type, I don't know if I want to be talking to them. Wendy should be talking to them more than me, if you get my drift. That type of.
Or understanding how you need to change.
Yes, that's correct.
You're gonna always, you run into that stuff every day.
You really do.
And the disc assessment really helps you if you really truly understand who you are as a person and like how you think things. And it will really help you when you're engaging with other people. So you'll build rapport a lot quicker.
Like your work love language,
Yeah.
This is how you work, it's
Mhm.
a different category. But
I believe that everybody should be walking around with a disc assessment on their head, because if they did, then you would understand somebody.
Life would be so much easier, right?
When you say engineer, if you guys don't know, engineers, they are numbers. They want to see it on paper, they want graphs. They're not emotionally drawn to any kind of property. They don't care. They just want, like, what are the numbers? What are we doing? I had a guy that he's like, I want a structural, this house was 50 some years old. He's like, nope, I need structural, I need a plot map, and I need all these boundaries. I was like, why? Like, it's been here, it's not changed. He's like, no, I'm not even looking at it. So they are very regimented in what they do. So, but then there'll people that are just like, I love the house. It reminds me of my childhood. That is not an engineer. So that's why the disc profile is super important, because you need to know how to talk to them. Because that can make or break your sale.
Really can.
But he does a great job at it. I've seen it, and you'll enjoy it if you're here. Like, there's a lot of laughter.
A lot of fun.
It's a good time.
It is. Also, download the QR code. Epic has this special program for us, for your clients, if they want to get updates on rates every day and how that would affect their payment, okay, once they're in Epic system, based on their credit score and stuff like that. Because they all see the ads for, 3.99 30-year fixed. But again, at the bottom, the font is so tiny, 1 out of 1,000 people qualify, okay? But this is a good way for you to capture your client, keep on top of your client. Really good for open houses, if you utilize this at an open house. Also, John brought this to us last year, the pumpkin pie event, okay? So 35 people last year. Suze, how many ages participated last year, if you had to guess? Was it that many?
I want to say like 10 or 15 agents, it could have been more.
Right, okay. But I think we had about 45 clients here, okay? So like Mary did it, and she brought in 4 clients. I think, I forgot who else, Darren Bryan or someone, brought in 3 clients, okay? And you give them a pumpkin pie. It's really, really good stuff. Yeah. And the taco truck, yep, okay.
It was a giant pie like this.
Yeah, they're big pies, yeah. I have a buddy of mine at my old company. Every year he would deliver a pumpkin pie around Thanksgiving to his clients. And he didn't have 500 of them. He did them to the last 3 years of sales. And maybe, let's say he did 10 deals a year, which is a pretty good living. So he bought 30 pies, went around and delivered them, okay? If he knew they weren't home, he would deliver them to their job, which is really a cool thing, at the job. So keep an eye out for that. Our good friends at Rock Title are always here. Sarah did a good job last year updating us on a bunch of stuff. We want to throw some more stuff at us today, I assume, anything you want to, you're okay? Lead Rising?
Please sign up for the probate class so we can have Lead Rising come in. Often, we all know how important this is when people pass, and knowing what you guys are, all about the stigmatized properties. It's going to be a great class. Obviously, we have everything up here, but we'll have it all on the Cadenza as well. My office hours, guys, I'm here Tuesday, Thursday mornings, but I try to be here at least 4 to 5 days a week. You guys, I'm here. I'm always available, obviously, text or email or however you like to communicate. But thank you guys.
Good stuff. Boss, anything? You're okay?
No, I just, the capture rate's going up in every office right now. And
Okay.
And we just appreciate all you guys for all your support and who's working with us. Thank you. And And if you're not, we're still trying to build that relationship with you guys.
And we have a new escrow officer. She just started yesterday.
Yeah,
so
we
we'll
did
have her on
hire,
the new meeting
we're
team
hiring,
hire.
so we're on the,
What's her name?
Desiree Reich.
Desiree, R-E-I-C-H?
Mhm.
Yeah, why does that ring a bell?
she's been around for a while.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
been around, lots of good energy. I met her when I first moved here in 18 and I was trying to hire her, but she had a group of people that she was with. And so, but she's ready for, I think a different
Mhm.
type of culture and, just kind of come to work and do her job.
And is she in Green Valley or over here?
She's in the Southwest.
Southwest, gotcha.
Yeah, but we'll bring her in here and introduce you guys
Yeah.
to her and everybody. But again, thank you guys. We appreciate you all. And I think the biggest thing for me is just the interaction that we have with everybody. I feel like the relationships have really grown for us. And it's, sometimes I don't even really feel like I have a job. I feel like I'm just constantly going around and.
Yeah, you're like a maitre d'. You go around to each restaurant location, make sure everything's okay, and
Cooler.
there you go, there you go. Actually, quick question for Sarah. What if we hire a mentee and it takes them 5 or 6 weeks to get their license?
Okay.
Do you want, or should you be interacting with them during that time?
Yes.
Listen, I'm all about being prepared. So for
Okay,
me, it's
like I'm thinking, I'm staring at you. You don't have your license yet, right?
As-
Yeah, all right, okay. So the newer agents that are waiting and they're trying to learn, reaching out to you and saying, hi, Sarah, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but hi.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jim, those are
Yeah.
good one-on-one meetings.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
obviously, learning what we do.
Right.
We do to try
Okay.
to support everybody, and that's, if you can give us an opportunity.
Yeah,
They make
absolutely.
you wait for so long before your license comes, so there's a lot of preparation that can happen in those 8 weeks.
When did you send the application in? Do you remember?
I have the license number, it's just, it
Sometimes
hasn't
it
arrived
can
at the office.
Right.
It
It was mailed on July 9th.
But when did you apply for your license? When in June? Like how many weeks has it been?
Before that, the 22nd.
Oh, that's pretty quick then. Okay, so you waited 3 weeks?
I had a timeshare license prior to that.
Oh, okay. So he's a poor
I've
example.
been in the
The timeshare
division
stuff.
for 8 years.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, I'm with you. Okay. All righty, gang. Perfect timing. Last 2 months, 4 or 5 of you had asked me a question about 1031. It's a tax code. None of us are experts on it. We used to have an in-house company to do it. We don't have that company anymore. So it might be, Asset Preservation Inc. here, API. A lot of us know Paul for a long time. Used to be in the title business, but now he's doing 1031. So he's going to give us the latest and answer any question you guys might have for 1031 exchanges. So everybody, Paul Manguel, everybody. There he is.
Yes, thanks everyone for letting me speak to you for a few minutes. Yes, I've known Tim Kelly for 20 years. What do we figure 20 years?
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah.
I used to do his radio show a long time ago, so I've been around
That's right, the
for a
radio show.
minute.
What all about that?
On a different side of things. I'm now working on the 1031 exchange side. So 1031, and I like what you put up here. I just noticed that, so thank you for that. Working for API Asset Preservation Incorporated. There's only a handful of my competitors out here who are doing 1031 exchanges, but I can tell you the big difference is I'm here locally and someone who has been a title rep for many, many years. I take care of you and your exchanger or your seller like I would taking care of an agent in a transaction. How many of you done a 1031 exchange in the past? There's a couple of that. Great. Not very many, and that's okay. I have a couple of true or false questions I want to ask you guys. So in a 1031 exchange, true or false, you have as long as you want to do a 1031 exchange after the sale. True or false? Well, you had your hand up first. You can have, I have this little fan because it's hot. It says 1031 maybe. There you go.
Wow.
200 degrees. False. That's true. You don't have as long as you need. You have 45 days to identify a property after you've sold it. And so basically, from the day it closes, that's day 0. The next day is day 1. You have 45 days to identify a property. And there's different rules with that we'll talk about in a bigger presentation down the road that I'll discuss. Then you have 180 days to close it. Now, most escrows, as we're dealing in residential, are 30, 45 days-ish all in. But again, when you're working with a 1031 exchange, you're sometimes dealing with commercial properties that take a little bit longer to do the closing. Okay, another one, true or false? You can purchase a property before you sell your property in a 1031 exchange. True or false?
True. It's false.
It is not false. It is true. You can. It's called a reverse exchange.
Of course it is. Yes, we
Doesn't
all knew that.
happen frequently, but it does happen. Let's say you were working with an investor that really, they find the property they want, and they need this property, it's an investment property for them. They can purchase that property first, and then we can do what's called a reverse exchange. Now, there's a lot more to it than a lot more detail on that, but it's possible. So don't let that scare you away if you're working with an investor trying to sell a property. You can do what's called a reverse exchange. The last one, and because I just think these are so fun and silly, but they do blow some good air. What can you, when you do a 1031 exchange, you can take money out of that exchange and take it, then invest the rest of it. True or false?
True.
It is true.
Yes.
It is true. You can, but you have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
Correct. It's called boot is what they call it. You ever hear someone say, and all that to boot? That's where it comes from, actually. It comes from a tax code, because it comes from the 1031 exchange tax code. You can do that. So let's say you sell a property for $500,000 and you decide that you want to reinvest it into another property, but you need $100,000 to renovate something else somewhere else. You can take that money out and only pay taxes on that small amount. Because what a 1031 exchange does, if I should just let with that, what a 1031 exchange does, it allows you to defer taxes on the sale of an investment property to purchase another investment property. So to make, for easy math, if you're selling this $500,000 property, long-term capital gains is around 20%. So you sell this $500,000 property and you don't do an exchange, that $500,000 is going to become $400,000. 20%, $100,000 is going to go away. But if you want to do a 1031 exchange, what you'll do is you'll sell this property. The money gets sent to us, the qualified intermediary. We hold on to that money in that time frame while you find that other property to purchase, and then you bring it over. 1 second, Victoria. And so instead of paying taxes right then, you defer the taxes down the road. You have a question?
Yes, okay, so when, like a lot of us have not done them even though.
Sure.
So, I've had these calls in the past, where like, are you familiar with these? Have you done these? Because they're the homeowner coming from California.
Yeah.
And they want someone that knows what they're doing. Is it tricky or something that for us, because they want someone that knows?
It's not tricky, but so what I would tell them when they make that phone call, say, yes, we do 1031 exchanges here all the time, but let me connect you with my expert let me connect you with my expert that will take care of it. And that's what I want to offer up to you. It's just like Tim Kelly said a few minutes ago. It's okay to stay in your lane on things. It's okay for me to stay in my lane on things. Your lender is going to stay in their lane on things. Your title people are going to stay in their lane on things. And that's the way it should be. So how I can help you is you have someone that contacts you, give them my cell number. Say, talk to Paul, he will answer all of your questions, and he's who we're going to work with at his company when we do our exchange.
And they're okay out of state.
Well, it's a national, it's an IRS code, it's not a local tax code. So if you have someone coming in from out of state as an investor. Now, a couple of things, let's see, what is it, how does it work? It's a reminder, it's for investment property. Investment property only. You can't be for personal use property, it's not for your own personal residence. They're selling their investment in California to purchase a home to live in here in Nevada. That doesn't work. And obviously, if they sell their primary residence, we all know how that works with that. Timelines, we talked about it, 45 days and 180 days. Those are very, very strict timelines. They're not what I come up with, it's what the IRS comes up with. You can't send an addendum in to extend it like you would a contract if it's in escrow. Escrow is supposed to close today on the 16th, and you need to go 10 more days, and you send in an extension, an addendum. You can't do that. On day 45, day 46, you have to have your identified by day 45. If not, then the exchange is no good at that point. And then 180, say that. Yes, you have a question.
Can you 1031 a vacant land and investment?
Great question. Yes, but you have to talk to your accountant about that, because what a 1031 exchange is for, what a 1031 exchange for is, again, investment property that's trying to keep it in the market and keep it generating. Now, so when it comes to land, it sometimes can be a little tricky, but again, I don't know how many of you have an accountant you work to do your own taxes? How many of your accountants who do your taxes kind of take some liberties on some things? So that's the best way I could say it, is talk to your accountants about it. It's all about intent when it comes to an exchange as well. I had someone ask me the other day about, it was a question like, listen, we own this, we've done this house, and they had it as an investment, bought another investment. They called me afterwards and said, we've only had it as rented for 6 months, but we have to move into it now. Is that going to be okay? Well, I can't say one way or another, but they can put that into with the IRS, and when they get audited, they'll have to prove that. So when it comes to dealing with land, you have to prove this for it.
Is it same to same asset?
Great question. Another question. What's called, when we're dealing with a 1031 exchange, you can do with any kind of investment, what's called like-kind property. So what is like-kind property? Any real estate property. So it could be raw land. So you can sell raw land to buy a single-family residence. You can sell a single-family residence to purchase an apartment building. You can sell an apartment building to purchase a some other commercial property. So there's other ways. So that's what's considered like-kind property. Anything that's residential real estate, foreign investment. I'm sorry, not residential. Real estate, foreign investments. So did you have a question, Rita, or you?
No, I was gonna comment about, and then you said land, because I had a transaction where my clients were doing the 1031 exchange, but then in the middle, they decided their wife couldn't go up and down. They decided actually to convert the property they were buying actually and change the properties, because she brought a letter from a doctor stating that she has some physical disabilities and blah blah blah. But making long story short, we literally stayed in contact with the CPA.
Yeah.
It was the most important.
They're the ones that you want to talk to about it. Timelines talking about who qualifies. So that's that again. Investment property is what qualifies for it. You'll be seeing. I'll be talking to Tim Kelly, and you'll have other probably. I'll be partnering with Rock Title on some of these things, some different classes. I have a 1-hour CE class that's coming up, and also a 3-hour CE class that'll be coming up for 1031 exchanges. But in the meantime, if you have any questions at all, you have my card. If you don't have one of my cards, I left it out there for you. This is so you don't lose it. Yeah. So make sure, because all the rest of your cards they get folded up and whatever. This always winds up on someone's desk or becomes someone's ball marker on a golf course, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. But if you have any questions at all to talk about it, happy to answer you.
So,
Real
okay,
quick.
Brian.
So,
No, take your time.
if you guys aren't familiar with the 1031 exchange, when he says to send your clients to him, you're not giving your clients to him.
Correct.
Okay? So you're still working your deal, but then when they say they want to do a 1031 exchange, they're going to talk to him. He's going to educate them on all the time frames and everything. Then you're going to go out and find them the home, sell the home, whatever you're going to do, and then he's going to handle the money and transfer portion of it.
Yeah.
So you're not losing your client.
Thank you for bringing that up, and I'm sorry if I wasn't clear on that.
Fee for that?
I work with the exchanger often. Like I just got a phone call from someone that is doing an exchange. She has a realtor, I don't know who her realtor is. I haven't even spoken with her realtor, but she's contacted me to get her exchange going, and I talked to her. So if you have someone like your initial discussion, have them reach out to me. I will talk to them. I'll explain the process and and then I will get back to you and say, hey, I talked to Mary. Here's what they're looking to do. This is a good opportunity for an exchange, or it might be something where it's not valid for what they're trying to do. So I'll be very specific with it.
Okay.
So, okay. And then did you have a question?
Yes, I had a question.
Yes.
So it's for investors, right?
Correct.
But can you sell your primary residence and buy investment ones? That's the one?
That's not a 1031 exchange. No, but selling your primary residence, you already have a tax break on that, so it doesn't qualify.
So your role here is to take the settlements of both, right? The cash. So are you
Right.
escrow?
No,
No, you just.
we hold the money. So that's a great question. We work directly with your escrow company. So here's what will happen. You're working with your client and someone at Rock Title does the closing. You're one of the escrow officers. I connect with that escrow officer directly, say, hey, it's Paul at API. We're working with with Rena and her client on this that are doing they're doing their closing. They're doing a 1031 exchange. We are going to send you wire instructions so that way when you can send the money to us. The property closes. They send the money to us at API. We hold on to it. The person who sold their house earns interest on that money while it sits with us. Sits with us. We hold on to it to make sure they're not allowed to touch it if they want the full tax break. We hold on to it. You go out, you find them another property, find the one that they're going to purchase, then you open escrow again, then we connect with that escrow company. Hi, it's Paul at API. We are working with Rena and her client. We have the money to send over to you when it's time, and then we'll take care of it. So lots of questions. I'm sure you guys I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Please reach out to me. Tim Kelly knows how to get a hold of me. My contact information is everywhere. But I look forward to working with you.
I think we'll set up another class with Paul because there's a million questions that we have.
Yeah.
You know,
and I can set up a lunch. I have a lunch and learn that I do.
Yeah.
I call it 1030-101. So it's just this. Catchy, right? Catchy, right? 1030-101. The basics of it. And we go through all of that. We go through the timelines. We go through the types of property. We explain everything, who can do it, ownership-wise. It's a lot of information. You don't need to know all of it. You need to know just enough to be dangerous, just enough to where you can talk to your seller about it. Anytime you hear the word investment, then you should ask them about a 1031, and we'll help you make some more money. So, thank you very much.
Good stuff, gang. We're good? Yeah, whoo. Paul, everybody. Paul, everybody. Yeah.
You get me after. I'll be here for a few minutes.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. I mean, I'm thinking about it. If someone called me up, hey, Tim, I'm in California. I want to sell my property out here and buy something in Vegas. Am I asking my client, is that an investment property or in most cases the client is on board already, like they're familiar with, they have an investment property and that 1031 may or may not apply, right? Okay, so again, you need enough knowledge just to have that conversation with them, just like having the conversation about joint tenants or tenants in common. Let's call Sarah. You know?
Do it earlier than you even think, because the earlier the better, right? You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you told them to contact too late, right? You want to be as early as possible.
You can tell us this might make sense for a 1031 exchange. Talk to somebody. They can contact me. I have a series of questions I'll ask, and I'll let them know if it makes sense or not, and then I'll get back to you saying, yeah, this isn't going to work for them because of this, or this is a great opportunity. Help them sell this house and help them find another one, or two, or three, or four.
Right. Right.
You guys, the other thing too, I'm a validate Paul. I mean, he does have the knowledge and he has the experience, and so the trust, there's trust with him. So, because you're sending your client that has a lot of money, it's going somewhere. You want somebody that's gonna know what they're doing, that's gonna watch out for you.
And again, keep in mind, it's the 1031 applies to the profit that was made, not on the sales price. So you bought it for 200, selling it for 500. That $300,000, that's where it gets mitigated through a 1031 instead of paying 20 or 30% on that profit. Okay, so that's
never technically hitting your Social Security. That's
correct.
The main thing right there is that's why you need to do it ahead of time, because it all has to be planned ahead of time. You don't want that money to hit as income. That's why it's a third party, company that's taking care of that. So that's why it's really important to do it ahead of time.
Right, and I think someone was trying to ask a question, is there a fee? No, Paul does it for nothing. He's that kind of guy. No, I'm kidding. No, of course there's a fee involved. I mean, and it varies, I'm sure, based on, I don't know what it's based on. I could care less.
Our fee is
flat. Oh, is it?
$1,250.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I
$1,250.
hired the solar guy that helped with the transaction. We didn't have to do anything. We just someone paid him to do the same.
Yeah.
All the problems they're having right now.
Too funny. All right, kids. Last thing, I want to push this. Those of you that have been around for a while might remember back in the day the Trends Committee at LVR. Okay, was probably the most popular committee for a decade. Okay, I don't know why it went sideways during someone's presidency, but it did. But they're bringing it back, and the committee is comprised of some really, really sharp agents and brokers. And this is sort of like a tease that August 18th is going to be the first, is going to be the, not committee meeting, but an event they're putting on at LVR. Okay. Bob Hamrick is on this. John Gafford's on it. Jillian Batchelor. Brandy White Elk.
No Hawks?
No Hawks. Brandy White Elk. If you know Ellie Morris from Signature, Ellie's on this. And they even recruited yours truly to be on it. So I couldn't, I got hoodwinked into this. They wanted Rena, but she said no. I'm only kidding. But again, I strongly suggest you come to this event. It's free. It's going to be down at LVR in conference room 1. If we get the turnout we think, yeah, they're going to put it in the main room, expecting 150. But if we get more than that RSVP, they might open up the whole place. That fits 300 maybe or 250.
I think 300.
Yeah.
It's gonna be packed because it used to be packed.
It's back.
Really good.
I don't know why, what president pulled the plug on it, but it's really good stuff, So, huh? It's going to be like 10 to 3 or something, or Oh, did you just register? Okay, there you go. Yeah, so 11 to 3 hours event, and I think there'll be 3 of these a year type of events. Okay, so register for it. It's free. There'll be a great lunch, I'm sure. I forgot who the sponsor was, one of the title companies. I tried to get Rock in there, but it was too late. So, all right, kids, anybody else, any properties they want to promote? Anybody got $1 million cash buyer that wants to buy a house today?
I'd like to promote a listing.
Go for it, Rena.
Okay.
What do you got?
Not a million, close though.
Okay.
It's a beautiful house. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 38 square feet. It was built in, I think, in 2017, if I'm not wrong. It's in the southwest, which is a growing area. Very modern home, beautiful, amazing. We just renewed the carpet. It has an amazing loft as well. And what else? It has a above ground jacuzzi. The backyard is really beautiful with what is it? Synthetic grass.
We'll just give it to you.
And it's
You always
listed
win.
only at $635,000. It's freshly painted, new carpet upstairs, and it's ready to move in. Please show it and bring me an offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Rena. Good stuff. All right, kids.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And where is it? What part of town?
7861 Hamilton.
Southwest?
Southwest.
Okay.
Just Google Hamilton Pool, 7861.
Okay, there we go, kids. All right, that was crystal clear. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else have a really good listing or open house this weekend? Anything? No? You guys are just want to get the hell out of here? Okay. How we doing? This is our early bird. Get here early, put your name on the list. You can win a incredible prize valued at $12.87. We got mouse pads. We got Real to Win shirts. And wait for it, there is the Epic Lending potato chip gizmo, along with a a lot of stuff. Okay, so who wins?
So, I've got the list, Suzanne sent me the list, so Amy, pick a number.
Amy's gonna, between 1 and something?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
1 and 11.
1 and 11.
Let's do number 1.
Oh, Jesus, number 1.
That would be Alex Klein.
Oh, dude, okay, we'll 1099 for this to you in about a week or so.
So just like
1099.
guys, when you come into the meetings every Thursday, we have a sign-in
Yeah.
sheet over there. Just sign in. We always give stuff away, but we pick it up at 9:30 right when we start. So if you don't sign in, so there's more than this of you
Yeah.
here, and you guys didn't sign in. So just sign in.
Sign in. Okay. All right, kids, you good? You want a song and dance up here or something? You're all right? No? All right. Paul Manguel, thank you. Stacia, thank you very much. All right, gangs, have a good day. Have a good day.